And the vital clash between Carlton and Olympic, third hosting second in the match of the round. And Carlton are missing the suspended Andrew Packer and injured Kiwi Sean Douglas, but fellow All-White Mark Atkinson is available again, and Stuart Munro will hope his squad is over the worst of their injury problems. Although losing to Spirit 3-2 midweek, Alex Moreira and Archie Thompson both scored. They'll need confidence in front of goal to run with the equally free-scoring Olympic. 17-year-old Josh Kennedy comes in for his first game up front with Moreira.
Well, we've gone with Big Dave's come back and myself have come back, and we've gone for a young boy up front, making his debut. So, as I said, if we can get him some good surface, he holds the ball up well and he brings players into games. So hopefully, you know, we'll get a few good crosses in and, you know, maybe he'll be able to score one of these.
Well, the surface looks brilliant. Do you think it's going to be not only an entertaining game, but a lot of goals?
I'm sure it will. I mean, as I said, Sydney Olympic are a very good side. And on our day at the minute, you know, we can be a very entertaining side as well, so hopefully it's a lot of goals.
Although consistency has eluded them a little of late, Olympic have strung together some enviable results. Pablo Cardozo is again among the league's leading scorers. Gabriel Mendez is playing with confidence and often bedazzling skill, while the likes of Baillie, Sinozic and Juric have made Olympic's defence the equal best in the league. They concede a goal a game. They bought well in the off-season, picking up Lindsay Wilson from Canberra and Chris Zoricich from Brisbane. But no Brett Emerton, forcing a change to Branko Čulina's structure.
Yeah, I think maybe I might push into midfield, and Scotty Thomas may move out wide into Emo's position. So something new for us, but you know, looking forward to it.
Both teams coming off a loss. How do you think you're going to turn that around tonight?
Well, you know, obviously both teams will be looking to get a win today. We were disappointed, especially playing against 10 men in South Melbourne. You know, we should have got a result there, really. So the boys are looking forward to it, and hopefully we will get the result.
And Simon Micallef looks cheery enough with the task ahead. One of our best referees in charge of this vital game, 29 years old, from Sydney. And not a bad crowd in. Always like to see a few more. Most of them on our side of the pitch. And we look set for a start. The strips are quite similar. Simon Micallef checks with his assistants and gets the game underway, but it's Carlton travelling left to right with the darker blue jerseys and Olympic with the blue shorts, if that helps you. Oh, and straight away a clash between Phillips and Lapsansky. And Alan Hunter, let's have a look at these formations.
Well, they've made a couple of changes, as you say.
So some concern over the injured player. Lapsansky looks like he may have to make his way to the sideline initially. I'm sure he'll rejoin the game quite quickly. But an immediate dead ball opportunity for Carlton, who have yet to beat Olympic in 4 encounters. 3 wins and a draw so far. Olympic getting the 3 victories. Thompson got his head to it. And we'll watch with interest Joshua Kennedy. We've already seen Colin Azzopardi blossom in just a few weeks, Alan Hunter, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. We look at the formation there, Sydney Olympic. The change for me is Thomas replacing Emerton on the wide right role. Zoricich will then push into a midfield role alongside Phillips. And Sebastian Sinozic comes into that marking role that Chris Zoricich has left.
Carlton losing midweek to the Spirit, having beaten them here last week. A strange old week with teams backing up against their familiar opponents. Carlton can't get the cross in defence there from Zoricich. Got the foot in the way, so it comes back out towards Archie Thompson. And wide now to Dave Mc Pherson. Made his customary pitch inspection about an hour before the game, as he must have done many, many hundreds of times around the world, primarily in Scotland. Lapsansky. Lapsansky again. Run coming from Terminello. He ignored it. Lapsansky again, obviously fully recovered. The last thing Stuart Munro wants is another injury. Now Olympic into Carlton territory for the first time, and through Cardozo. And to the left to Arambašić. His fellow striker Arambašić unleashes the right foot, but not with a huge amount of power. So Dean Anastasiadis gets a touch.
It was well played there from Zlatko Arambašić. He held it up quite well, waited for the ball, didn't get into an offside position. And certainly very lively battles in the midfield early, Steve, especially out wide.
Olympic appealed successfully for the throw-in, and it's left for Lindsay Wilson to take.
And that's one of the good battles. Lindsay Wilson up against David Terminello.
Pherson just plays it calmly back to Anastasiadis, and you can now see why Anastasiadis has the cap on, and the sun almost directly in his eyes at the left end of the screen. And ducks behind a cloud again as Wilson finds possession once more for Olympic, looking for Cardozo. Appeals for handball. Micallef not interested. Thompson chests it down, and Olympic appeal for a handball. Thompson through traffic. Back heel, but Wilson first to it.
And that's another very, very important battle, isn't it? Archie Thompson's pace up against the good policeman role of Scott Thomas. We'll keep an eye on that one, Steve.
Bouhoutsos' clearance, and Cardozo keeps his feet, but rebounds to halfway. Juric, a dominant figure in the Olympic defence, just like Mc Pherson is at the other end. And an offside.
A great opportunity, isn't it, for both these teams to display their skills. What a beautiful surface here. Perfect conditions, as you've mentioned, weather-wise. And Stuart Munro would know how much he can play great football. He's played a lot of great football in his career over in Scotland, and sometimes not as dry as this, but certainly the lush surface will suit both sides.
Yes, we should congratulate the curator here. Thompson wheels back inside, looking for Kennedy. That's merely a moment of glory for the youngster. Couldn't quite get, there's plenty of height about him.
Yeah, it was well done there by Baillie. Anticipation was always an advantage against the youngster.
Now this will find its way all the way to Anastasiadis.
We've still got the goal-scoring title battle happening, haven't we, today, Steve? Cardozo against Moreira, if you like.
And Andrew Marth is up there as well with 8. And his next goal for Carlton will be his 50th. He intends to score them late and at an important moment to secure points. There he is. Oh, that's just squeezed wide, but it's come off a defender, so the corner is given. Came off Juric.
Well, he was looking for the 50th there, wasn't he? Just laid off nicely from Slater. Marth didn't get the direction, but certainly a good intervention there from the skipper.
Oh, and Marth wasn't far from that goal again we've been speaking about, with 6 goals so far this season. Played back by Mendez to Bouhoutsos, who puts the Bahout to it. Terminello. He's quick enough to get around Wilson, is he? Yes. Played back by Kennedy. Mendez. Mc Pherson cuts it out. Now on the right, Moreira. An important tackle coming in from Sinozic that time. Mendez. Chichi Mendez. Watch him jink. And he was trying to thread a ball to Arambašić. Might come back to that player. Cardozo looked offside and is.
Clever ball, though, from Chris Zoricich coming through there. It was only the height of Mc Pherson that got in the way. And as you see, Cardozo just drifting into an offside position.
Kennedy has it now. It's shown a bit much of it to Scott Thomas. Azzopardi. Looking for Terminello. Wilson from the back, though. Marth. Strong header. Moreira looking for a mistake. Doesn't find one from Sinozic. And Bouhoutsos clears up towards halfway again. But Marth there. Phillips loses his footing. Fouls Lapsansky. Carlton thought about taking it quickly, but Micallef has a word to say.
Yeah, good refereeing there, Simon Micallef. Straight in there, letting the players know what it's all about and who's in charge.
Lapsansky. Good header! Tipped away by Bouhoutsos. Kennedy.
Beautiful ball from Lubomir Lapsansky. A little bit of bend on it, and the big guy, the young guy, making his debut, almost got on the score sheet there.
Kennedy. Josh Kennedy looks like he has no nerves at all out there in this company. Lapsansky is cross about that.
Yeah, that was a little late there coming in from Chichi Mendez. No doubt about it, he's just lifted the studs a little bit high. Sorry, he's Phillips, Marcus Phillips.
Phillips and Lapsansky again. Now, these two clashed in the other stuff from both sides. Certainly Carlton have enjoyed more of it, more possession. .66% of it, in fact, going Carlton's way. Juric, the skipper today, in the absence of Sekenis. And the absence of Brett Emerton also sorely felt by Olympic. Phillips has it. Touch there from Moreira, so a throw in for Olympic. Wilson to take it.
It'd be fair to say that they'll lose a little bit of pace in there without Peter Zorbas being suspended. Marcus Phillips knows that, but he certainly is very creative on the ball. And Mendez, definitely a professional foul there that was well spotted by Simon Micallef. And he won't be fooled. He was warned earlier.
So
you see, he's just trying to milk something out of nothing, right in the vision of Simon Micallef.
It's a disdainful look that Lapsansky threw his way, or was it Terminello, but a yellow for Mendez for diving. And that's a 44th yellow card this season for Olympic. That is many, many more than they want. Lapsansky. And he protects the ball over the byline to ensure the corner. Their third. Well, he's a little lower than he meant. Terminello works it back to Lapsansky. That's a better one. Bouhoutsos came, but Slater can reach it and effectively put in another corner. Thompson got up. Mc Pherson. And still they can't clear it. And another one it'll be. Wollongong. Bouhoutsos doesn't take it cleanly. They're struggling to clear these, Olympic. Cardozo. He's got some support on the right from Thomas. Carlton coming back in numbers. Lapsansky, great defence. He is everywhere, Lubomir Lapsansky. He's leading Carlton's player of the season points at the moment. And when you see the kind of performance he puts out, it's no surprise.
And there's a great tackle there from Scotty Thomas as well.
Carlton 18 times into Olympics penalty area to 6 at the other end. So 3-1.
It's a big game, isn't it, for Carlton? They need a win here at home to try and sneak up to within a point. Stewie Munro knows that, a point of their rivals today, Sydney Olympic.
Well, it's quite a group on 29 points, and Carlton is one of those clubs. Got Carlton, Perth, Marconi and Newcastle all on 29. The club's 3 through 6. Cardozo now has it. A shove from Mc Pherson on Arambašić.
Good positioning again. Branko Čulina having a word to his troops. Mc Pherson just a little bit too close there to Arambašić. And what will they do from this opportunity? They've got plenty of options.
Ante Juric is making his way forward. Could his height be a factor? Yes, but that won't stop him trying. Oh, and he wasn't far from it. Cardozo with 9 goals. He scored 18 last year, and we're halfway through the season, so he's on track, isn't he?
Well, we've seen him test goalkeepers from similar distance. Beltrame was one that we saw punished, but Dean Anastasiadis had it fairly well covered.
Looks like we're going to have a goalless first half, and it's certainly not for want of trying, but again, like we witnessed last week here, Alan Hunter, I think the defences have been up to the challenge.
Well, they have been. It's been very tight marking all over the park. Most of the one-on-one duels have been very, very close.
Bouhoutsos comes, retreats. Slater. Atkinson.
I dare say, Steve, we may see some individual brilliance decide this match, or possibly an unfortunate mistake, because it really is a tight battle and an enjoyable one for the spectators.
Well, it's not surprising that they're so well matched, these clubs. Almost together on the table. They're second and third.
And they've both scored the same amount of goals.
Yep, 32 goals for. But Olympic have conceded 2 fewer. 18 to Carlton's 20. Simon Micallef probably only play another 45 seconds or so in the first half. And this is not a time to concede a goal, particularly for a home side which has enjoyed the better of the first half. Josh Kennedy, his height used in defence. Young striker's had a pretty good first half. Mc Pherson had his hands on the shoulders of Baillie, but didn't put too much weight on them.
Well, speaking to a couple of the players before the game, the Carlton players do say that Sydney Olympic are their bogey team. The stats do show that, and sometimes that can be a deciding factor mentally, but time will tell.
Carlton yet to defeat Sydney Olympic. But at half-time, it's absolutely anybody's match. Micallef has had a good first half. 1 yellow card issued. That was to Gabriel Mendez. But underway in the second half at Olympic Park. Looking for a goal and looking for something to happen is Branko Čulina, who has thrust Norman Tome into the game for the second half. Archie Thompson on a run. Loses his footing on the edge of the area. So Zlatko Arambašić has made way for Norman Tome. What do you make of that, Alan Hunter?
Well, it may be a niggly injury, Steve, but certainly Norman Tome is a fast player and he can score a lot of goals, as can Chris Kalantzis and Nick Carl. So they have a very strong bench and they've used it early. They mean business, obviously.
Well, that's a tribute to the, as Bouhoutsos clears, a tribute to the Carlton defence, that they've forced that change out of Branko Čulina, who obviously, though, is looking for full points. I mean, 6 of the team's wins have come away from home for Olympic. They've got a very good record away from home, as we mentioned early in the match. Juric, Baillie.
Well, in contrast, Steve, in taking nothing away from the Carlton bench, they don't have a real goal scorer on that bench. Conroy has not scored a goal this season. Steve Martin and Con Anthopoulos are certainly not the goal-scoring type of players.
So Markovski has been overlooked entirely for this match. So a bold ploy by Stuart Munro. And, perhaps he's making a point to the big fella. Wants more from him. Cardozo. Juric and loses out to Slater. Kennedy. And I think you could say about Josh Kennedy's debut, Alan, that he's at no stage tried to overplay his hand. He's always looking to be a team man. At some stage, strikers are allowed to be selfish. There's the Newcastle players in town this weekend for their match against South Melbourne. Newcastle travelling very nicely, thank you, in the top 6. Suffered a bit of a hiccup in the loss to Adelaide midweek, first in a couple of months. Oh, an urgent clearance from Zoricich there, and the corner conceded. 5 minutes gone, second half. Slater, Zoricich at his hip, in his pocket, a handful of his shirt at times. Phillips. Lapsansky wins that duel.
Just too much pace. That. Too much pace, Lapsansky. He really is on fire today.
Hard to go past him. Kennedy leaves it for Lapsansky. Thompson. Turned himself inside out with the help of some good defence, though. Juric. Mendez. And Wilson looms on the left. Denied by an excellent tackle. Terminello. Offside flag up on, might have been Kennedy, was it? Ooh, down goes Zoricich. No whistle. Mendez for Tome. The fresh legs out there, but Azzopardi. 50-50 was the call from one of the benches, but Simon Micallef didn't see it that way.
Well, I think Azzopardi's just nudged a little bit too much with the elbow on the shoulder there against the smaller player in Tome. Arambašić probably would have kept his feet in the first half.
Mendez. Anastasiadis shouting instructions from the goal mouth. Mendez curls and across. Wow. How did that miss?
Well, that was a great opportunity. Scott Baillie knows it. Look at the venom and the pinpoint accuracy of that cross. And Scott Baillie and Dean Anastasiadis know how important that was, that it didn't go in.
Over the top. Scott Thomas of big Josh Kennedy brought a smile to some of the spectators. That might have made a good mark in another code.
Well, you've got a mountain climb, don't you, to get over the big youngster, Josh Kennedy.
Read them big and strong in Wodonga. Cleared by Baillie. Marth back to Mc Pherson. Trouble well diffused by Carlton. Oh, Lapsansky's just got to keep in control of his temper.
Well, Mendez has got to be careful as well. He's already gone in the book, and if you look at this tackle here, it's very, very late, and I would suggest that he's possibly lucky to be on the field. Lapsansky may be saying something like that, along with the skipper there, Andrew Marth. Simon Micallef, always smiling, always enjoying it. Smiling assassin, some of the players call him, but let me referee the game, son. He's saying to Luke.
13 minutes into the second half. Still no score. Slater. Oh, Thompson wrestled to the ground by Scott Thomas. But meanwhile, Phillips has said something and has been given a yellow card.
Well, great vision and great listening there from the referee. There's no doubt this is a foul. It was a great challenge there from Zoricich, trying to dispossess Slater originally, but he's just hooked his legs around there, Scott Thomas, on Archie Thompson.
That's some version of the Cumberland throw, I think. But
Marcus Phillips with obviously too much to say in earshot of Simon Micallef, who I've got to say again is doing a very good job.
2 yellow cards issued, both to the visitors. Slater. Well, Thomas has got rid of a couple there.
The battle continues, Thomas.
Slater. Slater can't get the shot away. He's trying to keep the ball. Kennedy.
Good defending in the end, but hasn't Slater really stepped up a gear? He's out there to prove a point.
Lapsansky. Oh, that's hit the post. Would have been an own goal. It was a deflection, at least. And the corner. Well, that was came out of nothing. One of Carlton's best chances.
Well, if anyone deserves a goal, it certainly is Lapsansky as he prepares for the 7th Carlton corner.
Lapsansky again. Cleared. Thompson calls for handball. Oh, that had a little bit of everything just outside the 6-yard box, but it's Olympic breaking out through Wilson. It's got Mendez to his right. Uses him now. Tome's running. Tome's got it. Wilson. And Atkinson chimes in to stop the danger. Attractive breakout by Olympic. Might yet yield something. Tome. Thomas's cross. Oh, Lapsansky crashes in to his opponent. And that may have, Terminello it is, I beg your pardon. And that might well have hurt him.
Well, he didn't expect that one at all. I don't think there was any malice in it, but you can certainly see that he's got eyes for the ball only. The foot was up, but it was drawn back there. Just a little bit of a shock there as Wilson came in.
Hey, come on, keep it going!
And this is where the coaches start to earn their money. Certainly the Olympic bench is thriving there with Nick Carl, we've mentioned, and Chris Kalantzis. When they will come on is the big question if they want to get the 3 points here today.
Mc Pherson. Mendez. Offside is Tome, and that ball had too much on it. In any case, talk about the consistency of both sides. Carlton have been in the top 5 since round 1.
It was a very close decision, but certainly the assistant in very good position.
Now it's Archie Thompson. Gets away from Baillie. Baillie comes again with the help of Juric. And Olympic have been top of the table from rounds 11 through 17 and in the top 3 since round 3. So these two clubs have had a very promising first half of the season. Olympics' 6-0 win over South Melbourne last week equalled their best score ever in a National Soccer League match. It equalled their effort against Apia Leichhardt back in 1986. It's quite a surprising result, wasn't it, Alan, when you consider that everyone thought South Melbourne were up and ready to rejoin the league after fulfilling their commitments in South America.
Well, almost as surprising as the turnaround result, and South Melbourne beat them 2-0.
Tome on to Mendez. He checks the assistant referee to see if he's onside. He is. Mendez away from Slater. Mendez around Azzopardi. Mendez! Oh, what a goal that would have been. Oh, he's got some skills and it nearly rebounds into the net. Oh, sensational chain of events. What a gifted player is Chichi Mendez.
And that is the beauty of his art. Chichi Mendez, he's tired now, but certainly works so hard. Look at the skill. Got past Slater, then just waltzed past Azzopardi. Almost got the header back into the danger zone. And the deflection, once again, almost off Phillips for a goal at the end. But Mendez's skill. Brilliant, look at this. Slater's got no chance. Azzopardi's well beaten. Anastasiadis, brilliant save. Kept Carlton in the game there. And the Carlton defence backed him up well.
Well, Carlton are closing in on 50 visits to the Olympic penalty area and still no goal. And it's Olympic looking the more likely at the moment. Anastasiadis calmly got himself behind that one. Having a bit to say. There's not too much that goalkeepers can do about the skills outside the box by players like Mendez. Just got to hope the defence arrives in time to stop the shot. Marth. Juric. Sinozic. Play on, says Micallef. Wilson's got it on the left flank for Olympic.
Oh, watch out for the sniper.
He tackled himself. They've done well to keep possession. Now they concede it. Throw into Olympic. Over halfway through the second half.
And the battle intensifies, doesn't it, Steve, in that last minute? Some great passionate tackles going in. And Arambašić chews on an apple just to relax on the bench. Didn't look real happy about it. I hope it tastes good.
Thompson, well, for a little fella, he gets up pretty well, doesn't he, Archie? And he has scored more than the odd goal from the head.
Well, he has. He's like a salmon out of the Derwent River there. For someone his size, Scotty Thomas certainly marked him very well, but on that occasion he had no chance.
Placing a bit of lost energy. Arambašić first into the showers. At least he got a hot one. Cardozo. Tome. Zoricich wide to Phillips. Olympic starting to threaten. Cardozo! Pablo Cardozo gets his 10th of the season.
And threaten they did, Steve Rebellion. And that is the quality and the danger of Pablo Cardozo. One of the reasons why Frank Fred has selected him to go to Chile. I have no doubt about that. He bobs up at the right time and does not miss those golden opportunities. Sign of a great marksman. Goal number 10 for the year. The ball from Zoricich. But look at this ball here. Just stood up Mc Pherson. Lovely ball in from Phillips. Bingo, right in the corner. And that's quality finishing.
Well, the defence didn't mark up quite as well as they might have. Atkinson takes a throw in up towards Kennedy. They've certainly lifted in the last 10 minutes, Olympic. As Marth just shovels Mendez off the ball.
Well, Mendez has got the hand up. I hope it's nothing too serious.
Well, Mendez received
Chance, and he's unmarked there. Very disappointed they'll be. Dean Anastasiadis was left with no chance because of it. And he probably suggests it to his defenders. What can I do there, boys?
So from half as many trips into the penalty area, Olympic yield the only goal. And Mendez with a history of knee injuries. One particularly bad one that cut his season in half last year with Northern Spirit.
We could see a double substitution here from Carlton.
For David Terminello. Mendez is okay. Olympic will be grateful for that. Away from Thompson goes Mendez. No one at the far post to greet that one.
I think he just wanted a drink, Mendez. Felt that he earned it. But really, it's up to the home team now, isn't it? 2 straight changes there, nothing tactical. Anthopoulos just replacing Terminello on the right, as you said, Steve. And the youngster really proud of his debut. I'm sure his parents will be watching. What a great future he will have.
Anthopoulos. Slater over the head. And they did a good job protecting that. Munro can't believe more wasn't made of it, but the Olympic defence solid at the back.
Well, I think he's looking for more bodies urgently chasing that ball down. It looked a lot easier, didn't it, from here?
Skipping over the ball was the referee, Mr. Micallef. Atkinson knocks it up the line for Slater. Baillie is with him. Plays it in early. Bouhoutsos gets there just ahead of Moreira.
Oh, that was great play. Started with Atkinson there, didn't it? Beautiful ball from Slater. I really felt that someone should have made a run a little earlier there. It could have been 1-all.
2 more substitutions to be made. So Moreira coming off for Martin. I wonder if Archie Thompson might come forward. That looks to be the case. And Kalantzis on for Mendez.
Well, he may have got a little bit of a niggling injury there in that earlier knock, Mendez.
So the shape of the Carlton attack has changed completely now, with Conroy and Thompson up front. Both Moreira and Kennedy now replaced. Ten minutes in which to make a difference. Wilson steaming up through midfield. Still no one challenges him. Wilson. Thomas to his right. Oh, players offside there for Olympic. Cardozo disappointed. But as if to confirm Frank Farina's faith in him.
Well, he had good options there early, didn't he, Wilson, to go left or right?
7 minutes to go. Martin. Little fella's got a big throw. Phillips checks who's around him. Oh, Wilson. Martin just miskicked that. And might present something to Olympic. Cardozo. Tome with him.
A ball, thank you.
And oh, it looked like it might have been a corner for a moment, but
If they want to win this game, Carlton, I've got to say that. Try and get some defenders a little more forward. And keep the pace going. Lapsansky, Thompson.
well, Carlton just give the impression of a team that gave their best stuff in the first half, got nothing for it, and now they might come up empty. A bad feeling at home, but Carlton are yet to beat a team that's been above them on the table this season. Wilson allowed to run a long way. Tome! Anastasiadis audibly growing frustrated with his defence.
Well, he's just dived in there as a party, and Wilson was given too much space and time to have options. But we saw a lot of Carlton last year in particular, Steve, didn't we? Having so much possession, so many shots on target, and not coming up with anything. No points. Will today be another one of those?
Good header in defence from Azzopardi. And Sydney Olympic have done 61% of the defending, and they lead the match 1-0. It's about taking your opportunities, and Cardozo is the kind of player who does that so well. You give him 3 or 4 chances in a match and you really feel he's likely to take one. Anthopoulos. Well, Baillie read that very early. He was on the next page. Kalantzis. Tome acknowledges the idea, if not the execution. Oh, Conroy looked like he might have been pulled off that by Baillie. Simon Micallef didn't see it that way, and that's all that matters. Well, we're into the last 5 minutes or so, if you add on a bit for stoppages, and this is the point in the match where Carlton has started to build a reputation as strong finishers. They'd like that again today. They've scrambled 2 wins and a draw with goals in the last 4 minutes of matches. And Andrew Marth, who was looking for Thompson there, has been the man behind those 7 points they've picked up. He scored all 4 goals in those 3 games where they've conjured 2 wins and a draw in the final 4 minutes.
It's an easy call to make, but certainly Bouhoutsos continues his poor form with his left foot.
Branko Čulina's got to feel pretty chuffed about the squad he's got. If he can come up with this kind of a win without Peter Sekenis and without Brett Emerton and Peter Zorbas. Oh, Tome doesn't feel the ball was over the line. The assistant referee was right there. Conroy. Oh, barreled off it by Thomas.
Well, he was just going for the ball a little too competitively. No real fear of a red card. But there's no doubt in my mind that that was a foul.
It's the big hip and shoulder on Slater. Now is the cross. Let's see. It is. Oh, up they go. Mc Pherson was probably in the way of Andrew Marth. Azzopardi's done well. Thompson. Oh, swing and a miss from Mc Pherson. Oh, action all over the box there. Marth went down in a pirouette. The champions just the once back in the 1989-90 season. Ever so disappointed last season when they didn't make the playoffs. They finished in 7th position, tipped out by an Alex Tobin header in Adelaide in the last round, denied a place in the semis, but maybe this season will yield better results for Olympic. Certainly looks like they're going to get a result here. Carlton, more shots, more possession, but less to show for it, unfortunately. Azzopardi, wide to Martin. Slater knocks it down the line, and it's played off Martin, and that'll be an Olympic throw-in. So the first victory for Carlton over Olympic is still eluding them. Looks like it's going to be 4 wins out of 5 matches for Olympic between these two. Last year, Olympic won 3-2, and there was a 0-0 draw. This is their first meeting this year. The free kick is coming. Martin. Conroy heaves it across. Marth fouls the defender, and that would surely be their last opportunity. Fans express their disappointment. The visitors have done it. A good match from the referee. An even better one from Sydney Olympic, who withstood a mountain of pressure in the first half from Carlton. 0-0 it was at half-time, but Pablo Cardozo, a lovely header in the 74th minute after a cross from Phillips, and that was good enough to collect the 3 points. So full-time at Olympic Park. Carlton 0, Sydney Olympic 1. Well, Pablo Cardozo must be very happy that he's the man who's supplied the winner for Olympic. And he's talking with Alan Hunter.
Pablo, very important game, a very competitive game, and a great finish by yourself.
Yeah, it was well, it was a very important win for us after the the loss on the midweek or on the weekend. And yeah, well, we needed the 3 points today, definitely.
And Jules' celebrations, making the team to Chile, you must be happy with that.
Yeah, double celebration for me tonight. After being included in the squad and now scoring the winner tonight, yeah, pretty happy.
And what do you think the difference has been this year with Olympic?
I just think it's more the harmony, I guess, and well, depth in the team as well. I think we're all putting in together, and it's definitely a team effort this year.
The fans will be asking the big question: can you go all the way and win it?
It's still a bit early, we still got so many games to go. If it was this time last year, well, maybe I think we could probably say we'd be in the top 6 for sure. But this year it's a long way to go, and hopefully we'll be there at the end.
Well, 10 goals so far. Well done.